Pregame.com.
I'm sure that most bettors don't know that Wrigley Field has been the single most pitcher-friendly park in baseball this year. How could bettors know that? They wouldn't know. Pregame.tv, Teddy covers Steve Fezzik, and we're selling high in Major League Baseball today. And Fez, you want to sell the Cubs, but specifically, you want to sell their pitching staff. You think the Cubs can hit, but you think they're going to give up runs in bunches. Tell me why.
Oh, yeah, the Cubs can rake, especially with Kris Bryant up now. You nailed it. Wrigley Field all year long. No shocker to people who live in Chicago. Hey, it's been 45 degrees and the wind's been blowing in from the lake. And what that's resulted in is it's impossible to hit home runs. It's impossible to score. And because of that, you're looking at their bullpen, which looks mediocre, which is really actually quite awful. Yes, Arrieta's a great ace, and Lester's coming around, and Hamill's been decent, but their back end of the rotation, horrible, their pen, horrible, and there's just no way this team is a contender because this is going to catch up to them as soon as the weather, which it's finally doing, is getting warmer, and that wind starts blowing out to the lake.
So let's talk actionable info from this. Right now, here's a Cubs team we want to fade, but specifically, we want to fade their pitching staff. We think the Cubs are going to be able to hit, but we think that there's money to be made betting against some of these starters, and particularly against Chicago's bullpen. So are you talking taking the opponent's team total over? Are you talking betting Cubs games over? Are you talking about betting against Chicago as a favorite, or all of the above?
All of the above, and I don't want to fade the Cubs because I love the way the Cubs are hitting. I love the way that they're playing on offense, but I want to selectively fade them, and the best way to do it, fade the pitching staff, is to play the other team's team total over, and I think that's the way to go about it.
So, with that being said, what else you want to tell me about Chicago moving forward?
Very good. We're going to sell the Chicago Cubs pitching staff. The best way to do that is to go ahead and selectively bet some derivatives. We're going to bet some team totals of their opponents to go over, especially when the back end of that rotation is in play for the Cubs, where they are going to get pounded. Fade the Cubs pitching staff, and you will make money. Thanks for joining us each and every week. Pregame.tv.